Oh, thank you, Joseph. Thank you, Joseph. Um, wow. 86. 86. Almost there. Almost there. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. Second. Joseph, come on. Hold your applause to the end, please. uh, hello, everyone. My name is Ben. My name is Ben, and Joseph's name is Joseph. Welcome back to the Otaku Brothers podcast. The Otaku Brothers podcast.
Oh no.
Sorry, we just watched like 2 hours worth of anime. Just like
We did.
it was a fun time.
It was a good time. It was a good. They're all good shows. Not
Yeah.
all of them, but
Really?
yeah.
Oh, I know it's fun. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, 86. Welcome back to episode. Welcome to episode 86. Sorry. God, it's so late. So
That's fair. I know we're recording this episode a lot later than usual, so
whatever.
we apologize for that. But I mean,
Cool.
it doesn't
Episode
affect
86. I'm Ben. That's Joseph. Joseph, how was your week?
It was awesome, and let me say, as you guys can see from my setup, we have moved. Or I'm moving out very soon. This is actually going to be the last time I'm recording in this setup.
That is not the.
That's awesome. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we got a great episode for y'all today. Welcome back. And Ben, thank you for that incredible intro. We got a great show, a lot to talk about, Ben. Everything from anime, a lot of shows. Demon Slayer is back. My Hero is kind of mid. Everything else in the anime industry is going. There's a lot of stuff going on, man. And then we also got to talk about something awesome that happened this week, Ben. And I think that's what we should get into first. Is that if you guys have seen already, if you guys have not seen already, we got to interview and have our first ever guest on the podcast, Miss Lydia Mackey. She was incredible. It was so awesome getting to interview her, and yeah, she was so sweet. She was so sweet, and I think we should take a little bit of our time to talk about the interview, how it went, pretty much how our thoughts were, how she did, how we thought we did. I'll start off by saying that it was really awesome and sweet of her to come on the show and meet us and talk to us. She really did not have to do so, and she did a great job. She gave awesome answers and things like that. She was very sweet, and she like I said, she did not have to do that. She's a professor at the university I go to, and I found out she worked there, and I was like, oh my god, this would be awesome. I had never met her or spoke to her before. I sent her an email and was like, hey, come on we'd love to have you on the show, and she said yes. And yeah, I mean, Ben, funny story, guys. Ben almost was not able to make the interview, but luckily we got him on, and so it was great. It was such a good time.
So happy. I'm so glad I could do that.
Mm-hmm.
That was such a cool experience. She was so nice.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think we were almost expecting it to be super like formal and professional in a sense, but
yeah,
it was very, very laid back. And she gave such great answers.
She did.
I would not have expected some of the answers she gave.
Right?
And it's really like insightful.
Mm-hmm. No, it was good.
Yeah, so yeah, go if you haven't seen that interview, go and watch it. It's really like we're not even just trying to like promote it. Like it's really she did give some really good insight to things.
Yeah,
that go on in the anime industry.
I do, and especially as somebody like herself who had been in the industry for 25 years. I mean, it's impressive, man. To be in the industry, to see how it's grown and evolved so much, and just all the different shows she's been in, man. I mean, she's Boa Hancock, which in One Piece is a big deal, and it was so funny getting to hear her talk about High School DxD.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that was the highlight for me. I couldn't tell her that in person, but that was definitely my favorite part. But no, she gave great answers, like Ben said, and it was such a good time. And y'all didn't see it because of the such good editing job that I did. But yeah, we did have technical difficulties throughout the interview. Actually, cut out and we were doing the interview on Zoom, which me and Ben do this on Discord. If y'all couldn't tell, and what happened is she wanted to do the interview on Zoom, and I hate using Zoom. I don't get how it works at all. Like I need to set up a Zoom meeting, and then like it says that I only have it for a certain amount of time, but I'm just like, this is BS, because I remember doing this in high school, and I had to sit in calls for like an hour and a half. So I don't get why the
Yes.
time was so limited. I don't get it, but yeah, so it sucked, but it went well. We had technical difficulties, but she was such a sweetheart and a good sport about it that yeah, she stuck around even longer than she was supposed to. So she didn't have
Hmm.
to do it all. So really cool. Once again, thank you to Lydia Mackey, and honestly, our first guest on the show. So it was great.
Pretty
It was
pretty big one
a
too.
pretty big guest, yeah. Not like a friend or something like that. That's it was yeah. It's so cool. So at least we could say that something has come out of this, you know. And
Yeah.
that's not just the end of it, man. I mean, we're going to Japan soon, so we are going to be having that stuff on the channel as well. So it's very cool to see that this this channel has done something, which is really which cannot be not a lot of people can say. So
Yeah.
that's great. Good, a little pat on the back for ourselves, you know. But yeah, in other news, I started watching Tomo-chan as a girl, Ben. Great show. It was a good time. It's a lot better than I was expecting. Again, it's kind of like dress up in the sense that it's the girl. The main focus
Yeah.
is the girl who's the love interest. And it's very interesting. At first, I thought that maybe the whole point of the show is that she kind of just likes to act like a boy, which she does, but they tackle it in such a good way. Is that her main love interest is her best friend, who they've been childhood friends, and that's kind of why everybody else still sees her as a girl, but he kind of doesn't, because they've been
Mhm.
childhood friends for so long, and like they did sports together and like the sumo wrestling and all of that. So
Yeah.
it's really cool. It's a cool dynamic. And the main dude, the male character, is really good as well. He's awesome. So it's a fun show. But so that's what I've been up to, Ben. I'm so
Glad you're
excited to
enjoying it.
ask you what you've been up to, man, because it's summer. So I'm very hyped to see what your answer is. So Ben,
What
what
have
have
I
you
been
been
doing?
up to?
What have I been doing?
I don't know.
I don't know. What? Oh, well, I'm blanking. This is so weird.
This is
I'm not
crazy.
used to not going to school. Um, I think I've just been going to work.
Yeah,
Yeah. Wow, that's it.
catching up on sleep, catching up on anime, maybe.
Oh, sleep, yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of concerning how much I've slept this past week.
Hey, that's good, man. You need it. You need it.
Um, Sleep, work. I took a little day trip back home today.
Mm-hmm. For Mother's Day.
So
Happy Mother's Day, if any mothers are watching, by the way.
yeah, shout out
Shout out,
moms.
shout out moms. Shout
Not
out
even
moms.
It's not even Mother's Day anymore,
Yeah.
and by the time this will get uploaded, it won't be Mother's Day.
Yeah, that's fair. But
Um, no, I think I've been big chilling.
that's
Um,
awesome, man.
I am. I told you about my little itinerary that I'm trying to put together for Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I think we
I've
need to
been
go more in depth on
working on
that
that.
though. So I need to, at least from what you've
Uh,
told me,
uh,
I
we,
should.
I, I can show it to you after this.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I've been doing that. I've been worrying about my wardrobe
I know,
for the
dude.
trip.
I know. I
Because, okay, little tangent here.
oh.
Little tangent. So, the place I get I bought a majority of the clothes I was gonna wear online, right? It's a tad bit sketchy, but it's legit. But the sketchy part is that it's from China, but it's legit.
Oh.
Okay,
Dude,
it's legit.
they
It was
take a
a
long time to ship. That's the thing.
that's I'm fine with that.
Mm-hmm.
I've shipped out. So how it works is you you buy the products, they go out and source them for you, and they store it in their warehouse. You have like your own little section with all your stuff. And then whenever you're ready, you put all of your stuff into one package, and then you
Whoa.
ship it out.
Whoa, that's pretty
Right?
cool. What?
Yeah. So since like March, maybe I had been filling up my warehouse with stuff, right?
Uh-huh.
So I had there's maybe like 26 things,
Okay.
I think. And I I know they take at least 3 weeks to get here, like minimum 3 weeks. So I was gonna ship it out, um, like mid-April, and then I find out that the Chinese police have raided this building with all of my stuff. And, and so I
What?
look into it, and apparently, like,
What?
all of
What are you
these,
talking about?
dude, I don't even, like, a bunch of these
What?
companies, like, filed lawsuits against this place, and so the police, like, raided it and seized a bunch of these products. So I'm like, man, I'm very upset because I
Do
had
you
some really cool
do you do
things.
your shopping through like the Instagram thing?
No,
No. How do you find these stores that are in China?
I have my ways,
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I guess.
but it's insane because all of those soccer jerseys that I've shown you,
Uh huh.
I got those for like $7. Exact same quality, exact same jerseys. They go for like retail like $150.
What?
Yeah,
That
it
seems.
is
So
insane.
something seems a little sketchy there.
It's insane.
I
I don't
don't.
know.
That's
I don't care.
interesting. You know.
My my For You page, it's a lot of Japan stuff, right?
Mhm,
And so I came across this lady who was giving some really helpful tips, and so I look at her profile and I see that like she had just flown there,
mhm.
and like at the time of me looking at her profile, she had just posted a video like maybe an hour ago. So I'm like, hey, what's the weather like there? I'm gonna be flying out there in a couple of weeks. And she said it's warm, not too hot, and that you need a jacket at night.
Really?
Yeah. So I don't know how much that's gonna change
Ooh.
in
From what I
a
hear,
couple
from
weeks.
what I hear from a lot of my friends and people I know who've been to Japan, they do say it's very similar to South Texas, very humid and hot. So I'm like, okay, we're built for this. So, um, yeah, that should be a good time. Let's.
I I'm just hoping it doesn't rain
Oh yeah.
the day we do the Shibuya Sky because they won't let us up there.
What? Because lightning or?
As if it's like windy or rainy, they just close the whole rooftop. We can still go
Oh,
inside and do all the stuff inside, but we can't go to that rooftop.
oh, that sucks.
They do let us reschedule, I think,
Yeah.
but that
Well,
would suck because
yeah, that'd be tight. That'd mess up our whole plans.
I was like looking at a, I guess, an extended forecast,
Hmm.
and it says that day it's gonna rain, so I hope it changes.
That's so far out in advance,
I
though.
know.
That's come on. They can't predict that far.
Yeah. But fingers
Um,
crossed. I don't even
fingers
care if it's
crossed.
cloudy. I just want to get
Yeah.
up there.
No, same. I agree. I agree. That's awesome. But yeah, regardless, we've been planning for Japan. We're very excited about that. T minus. Oh my gosh. I think it's literally like almost 3 weeks from today.
Yeah.
It is like 3 weeks from today.
So,
That's crazy. So yeah, we'll be heading out to Japan soon. We're very excited. Um,
scary.
we're gonna be vlogging, so stay tuned for that. I mean, more details on that probably soonish. I think I'm picking up my new camera this week, so I might be doing like a little
Yes.
test vlog to see how it is to
I
try
need
it
to get
out.
a microphone for my camera.
Yeah, yeah. I
I
think
mean, the mic on it, honestly, it's all right, but you can only hear the person who's holding it.
hmm,
Um,
that's fine. Mm, no, well, actually,
no.
we'll see. Yeah. But so we're working on that. We're planning on some awesome stuff for the summer. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for that. It's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good time. I actually have a buddy today who just left for Japan, so I'm
Mm.
very curious to see how his experience is. He's doing it as a study abroad with a university, so
Oh.
his experience is gonna be a little different from ours. Which I'm just so happy, Ben, that we aren't doing it as a study abroad because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, he's saying that he's excited, but throughout the whole week he still has to do schoolwork, and then he only has like a free day on like 2 days. So it's like
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh my gosh, we gotta do what we want when we want and how we want to, which is such a flex and such a blessing. that we gotta
Yeah.
do that. It's gonna be so sick. It's gonna be so sick. No one to tell us what we can and can't do besides the law. So that'll be good. That'll be a good time. It's gonna be awesome. But regardless, Ben, we should get into some show stuff. Some shows. We got a lot of shows to talk about.
Yeah.
Kaiju number 8. Go Loser Rangers back. No more golf interruptions. My Hero and Demon Slayer as well. Demon Slayer is back as well. The episode dropped. That was the recap of the whole movie that I saw like a couple
Is
months
that just what
ago.
it was?
Yeah, exactly was it was.
Okay.
Well, it was that plus the before it was the final 2 episodes of the
Yeah.
previous season. But we'll get to that more in a little bit here. But before we do, Ben, did you have any anime news, anything like that going on in the behind the recent scenes?
Um, Nothing huge. I think the only thing I have to say is that um I was curious because I know we've been talking about how long this season's gonna be.
Mhm.
Um
Season
and
for what? Oh, Demon
Demon
Slayer.
Slayer,
Oh, okay.
sorry. Yeah. Um and I've seen like 4 different people say it's only gonna be 8 episodes. And I don't know if that's true or not.
8 episodes? They can't do that. They wouldn't.
I hope not.
You know
I
what's gonna
hope
be
not.
sick though, Ben? When we go to Japan,
Mm,
My Hero and Demon Slayer still be going on. So maybe they'll have some cool themed stuff over there. But
yeah.
that's just a side note. Sorry, but back to Demon Slayer. That's crazy. Only 8 episodes a season. Are they going to be an hour long? They better. If I'm assuming not, right?
There's not enough content for them to be that
Oh
long.
my gosh, eight
Like this episode was
episodes.
already like 2 episodes of content, really.
Yeah.
It's probably 8, 9 chapters.
Oh man.
I actually don't know where all this content's coming from. Honestly, 8 episodes is a lot for this.
Is it that short of an arc?
It, I cannot imagine it. I don't remember it being more than 20 chapters.
20 chapters? That's like a volume. That's not a volume. That's like 2 volumes,
Two
two or
volumes,
three.
yeah.
What? Well, to be fair, no. Okay, yeah. That's like, yeah, that 2 to 3 episodes is like, or 2 to 3 volumes is like almost like 12 episodes. But if it's like 20, that could be trimmed down to like, yeah, like 9 or 10 episodes. That's
So we'll
crazy.
see. I don't know. I mean,
Oh,
we'll see.
that would
I
suck.
Best case scenario, they just start with the Infinity Castle arc right after this,
Hmm.
but they seem very dependent on um breaking it up, breaking each season up into an arc
Hmm.
rather than just seasons in general. Um, we'll see.
Yeah.
We will see.
Hmm. Did the first season have like a name, like an arc name? I'm assuming not, right? Because it was kind of a lot of things.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay, so they started doing that after it. But interesting. Interesting. Wow, okay. Ugh. Wow. Well, I mean, do you want to just start with Demon Slayer, I guess? Start talking about
Yeah,
it since
sure.
we might as well. Okay, so yeah. Like Ben was just saying, the new Demon Slayer episode is out. If you guys don't remember a while back on the podcast, we actually talked about the movie that came out. I think I don't even remember when it was. Gosh.
February.
Yeah, February, something like that. I actually had seen it. We went to go watch it here up in my place, and yeah, it was a good time. Not really, actually. I went to go see it just because I wanted to go to the movies. Um, and yeah, it was exactly this. So I had already seen every single bit of this content. Nothing new. It was all from the movie, so just kind of getting that out there for the first episode. But I will say, man, the animation is so beautiful. I mean, we could talk about Demon Slayer animation forever, but
Mhm.
gosh, it was so beautiful. And yeah, I mean, like Ben said, this is a very short arc. Apparently, it's going to be only 20 chapters, which is wild. So yeah, I don't know how they're going to do it because again, it seems like the intro too is only set up around the Hashira training arc. So it seems like that's fully what they're trying to focus on in the marketing and all of that. So I can't imagine them starting the Infinity Castle arc anytime soon. Um, so yeah, I don't know, Ben. I'm sorry.
It
It's
pisses me off.
yeah. But in terms of the episode, it's good. It was okay. It was good. I liked it a lot. It was good getting to see the Hashiras. Um, we get a little peek at the Infinity Castle
Mhm.
arc, and yeah, some more lore bits. It seems about the marks, the demon marks that are appearing on the Hashiras and Tanjiro, and the powers that they're trying to awaken, as well as the Water Hashira not wanting to hang with the main crew for some reason. I'm sure Ben might have some insight on that. And yeah, and then I think it seems like one of the biggest key takeaways I feel is the connection that is blossoming between the demons and the um, Demon Slayer Corp. We see at the end of the episode the main, she's like one of the nice demons who helps Tanjiro in the first season, right? Is asked to go to the Hashiras, or not the Hashiras, but one of the places to help assist and try and figure out the some science stuff. That was the very dumbed down version of it, Ben. Ben, you could probably explain that way better than me. But
Yeah.
yeah, so that's kind of the
I
gist of it.
mean, yeah. Uh, I think since the first season, Lady Amio, I think that's her name,
Mm-hmm.
she hasn't really played that big of a role, but if you remember, she made an agreement with Tanjiro. Whenever if he defeats a higher ranked demon, he would take a blood sample, and that cat shows up,
Mm-hmm.
and then um, he gives the blood to the cat, and the cat goes back to Lady Tamio, and she studies the blood and whatnot, blah blah
Mm-hmm.
blah. So now they want her and what's her name?
The the flower or
Butterfly.
butterfly girl. That's what I meant. I don't remember.
What's her name? Do you know?
Start with a T, maybe. I don't know.
Mm, it's so obvious. Hold on,
So yeah,
it's bugging me.
she joins. They team up, and I think they're going to work on studying some demon DNA or Tanjiro's
Hmm.
DNA or something like that. So
Shinobu. Sorry.
Shinobu, yes.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be interesting. It seems like the main Demon Slayer leader is also passing away soon. He seems like he's about to kick the bucket. So it's gonna be
Mhm.
interesting to see how the Demon Core reacts to this and how it's gonna change and evolve. We
Mhm.
see all the Hashiras. It seems like tensions are kind of brewing, especially between the Water Hashira. What's his name? Is it I don't want to mess it up.
Tomioka or
Tomio.
Giyu.
Yeah, something like that. So I don't know why Ben. I don't why is he that I don't get why he's being so distant.
Can't say.
Yeah, Ben can't say. It's very fun. It's very unfun doing these things, when Ben has seen everything. So,
Sorry.
but yeah, so it's gonna be interesting to see how that plays out. The new Hashiras that we really get to see are the Wind Hashira, Snake Hashira, and the what is he like the Brock Hashira? It seems like I don't know what's
Yeah, pretty.
is that what he is actually
Stone.
Stone
Stone
Hashira.
Hashira.
Yeah, I really like their designs. I'll give it to them, man. The designs of the characters look sick of all the
Mhm.
Hashiras. They did great. We got to see Tengen come back as well with his wives. It was good getting to see everybody again, and Zenitsu and Inosuke coming back, as well as um, Nezuko finally talking. It was a good time. It's classic Demon Slayer, and
Mhm.
it was fun. It was fun. Nothing special or crazy or out of this world, but it was a good time, and it really got me excited to see for what's to come. But yeah, it seems like from what Ben has been hearing and what he's said about how short this arc is, I have no idea what to expect for the rest of the season. To be honest. Um,
I mean, it's a good arc. It definitely. I don't want to. I can't. Why did have to read this? I don't want to say like what happens or anything related to it,
yeah, please don't.
but okay.
So
I'm
yeah.
trying.
No, it's okay. It's okay. But yeah, Demon Slayer, it's back. It's gonna be a good time. We're gonna be talking about it. So yeah, stay tuned for more Demon Slayer stuff.
Very fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's back and well missed. But yeah, it's crazy. It seems like after the uh Hashira training arc, we just got one more arc left for Demon Slayer, right?
There's
So,
there's two.
oh, it's not just Infinity Castle. Is there something after that?
There's one after that.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. So potentially two more seasons in a movie, maybe is what it seems like.
Maybe two movies.
Maybe two movies. Oh.
Honestly, that'd be perfect because the Infinity Castle is a little longer.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's like I want to say it's almost 80 chapters.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a little longer than
Um,
20. So
yeah, just a little bit.
just a bit, just a bit. But yeah, it's
So
gonna be interesting to see how it plays out. I'm excited. Demon Slayer's back. So if you're a fan of Demon Slayer, it's a good time to be a fan. But yeah, Demon Slayer. Fun, fun, fun. But moving on from that, we have our other shows that we've been talking about. Kaiju number 8. Ben, how you feeling about this show? It was kind
I
of a
really
bit.
like this show.
I have. It's been fun. I feel like it's been very laid back, especially for something that's to me, it's just easy to put on, and
Yeah.
it's fun. It's not going too fast. It's not going too slow. It's just cruising. I get to watch it, get to relax, sit back, unwind, let my brain rest, and it's just a good time. It's the characters are fun. I really like this episode in terms of developing the other side characters a lot more and
Hmm.
understanding more about their motives and how everybody seems to be very obsessed with the captain, Akashi. I don't know how to say her name. Um,
Ashino.
yeah, something like that. So
Starts with
yeah,
a name.
yeah. So yeah, it's been good so far. I really wish it's very interesting how they've marketed it. It seems as very much so about him transforming into a kaiju, but we really haven't seen much of his kaiju form. It's been
Yeah.
him just as a person, Kafka, getting to interact with the other, members of the special force unit that they've assembled, and
Hmm.
it's been a good time. It's been fun, and this episode is no exception. Of especially like I said, I really enjoyed it because we get to see a lot more of these side characters and just kind of the main crew that it seems like we're going to be following throughout the rest of the season in the show. Again, we get to meet the captain more, Kafka's old family friend, as well as the assistant officer that is the one who took a liking to Kafka. And I'm just very interested to see how it plays out because it seems like there is a lot of big stuff happening, but it's really small scale right now. And yeah, I've been enjoying it, Ben.
It's I really like it. I feel
Hmm.
like right now it's really wholesome.
Yes.
There have been some cool moments to kind of get you hooked on the show, but I have a very strong feeling that this it's gonna get serious very fast. Um, Especially we haven't really gotten any more information on the other dude who can transform.
Hmm.
Um, and so I think that's gonna be a very important part of the main plots of this season. And I do think whenever we dive into that, then it'll get a lot more serious and it'll be just that much more enjoyable, I think.
Yeah.
But I think right now they're just
Set up.
getting us used to tell the characters what everyone is, the relationships, that kind of stuff, and then we'll jump right into the plot.
Yeah. I mean, it's been fun so far. I mean, the characters have all been fun, and there doesn't really seem to be a bad character. So it's been exciting so far.
Hmm.
And I think Kafka is a great main character who seems to be very selfless, but also in a fun character who is also kind of oblivious at some points. So it's fun.
Yeah.
It's so fun. I'm very curious, Ben, to see the backstory between him and this girl because they haven't really said it yet. It seems like they were such good friends and they haven't really explained why they kind of broke off. So
Hmm.
I'm very curious because it seems like that is going to be an important part of the story. And it seems like I don't know, but it doesn't seem like there's really bad blood. Um, Especially since through the sense of him, making that awkward, embarrassing scene where he's like, I will do anything for you.
Yeah.
In front of everybody. And she seems
Mhm.
to smile and, kind of like it, but put it aside as if she's just putting on this facade for some reason.
Mhm.
So that's going to be very interesting to see how that plays out as well. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, so very fun. But you know what, Ben? Speaking of short things, I forgot to mention this at the beginning of the episode. I forgot to tell you that Look Back got a confirmed time. It's going to be an hour and like 2 or 3 minutes, so it's going to be pretty
Oh,
short. It's
nice.
going to be a short little movie, but It's
Is it gonna be on Crunchyroll?
I don't know.
Or
I don't know. That's a good question. But I'm sure wherever it is,
that's
we'll
awesome.
watch it, and it's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be great. So yeah, very excited for that to come out later this year, as well as Chainsaw Man, hopefully. So
Forgot about
yeah, yeah, I know.
that.
Yeah, it's exciting stuff. But yeah, regardless, good stuff coming out later this year. So next up, Ben, we have our good old Go Go Loser Ranger. I'm saving the best for last. So
Oh no.
so yeah, Go Go Loser Ranger. It was a good episode, Ben. I missed it. I missed it from last week.
Stupid golf
Um, I
tournament.
know, dude. Dumb little golf tournament. Didn't want to play anyways. Um, yeah, it was a good time. I really like the character designs, dude. The character designs are really cool. Um,
the the way it's animated, it scratches an itch.
Mhm.
I don't know why. It just looks very. It doesn't look. It looks good.
It looks good.
It just looks like a little. What's the word?
It's very
It kind of looks like
bright.
an anime that's a little older. I don't know why,
Really?
but not in a bad way. It just gives me that vibes. I don't know why.
Hmm. Like the little itch of nostalgia, maybe.
I guess
Um,
so.
well, yeah, it's interesting you say that. I actually the art style kind of reminds me of Oshinoko. I haven't watched Oshinoko, but from like the eyes
Hmm.
and the hair and all the bright colors, it kind of gives me Oshinoko vibes.
Hmm.
So I don't know. I've been enjoying it. I think it's been a lot of fun. The animation, the art, the characters have been so fun. All these wacky, cool side characters that seem that they're only introduced for like a couple scenes and then disappear, have such good character detail and seem like they could all have their own stories as well, which I really appreciate. But
Hmm.
it's been a lot of fun. This episode we see Fighter D kind of adjusting into the role of the person that he is disguised as, to try and infiltrate and get some more information on the Dragon Keepers. And yeah, we kind of see our main character meet up with the character that he's shapeshifting as his older sister, as well as meeting a very attractive fighter from the, I guess, old times, right before they got attacked by the Dragon Keepers and
Hmm.
stopped resisting and kind of just became servants to them. So it was a fun episode. We got a lot of information about the Pink Ranger. It seems like she is kind of she is related to this dude and is disguising herself as a cripple to that's what
Is
it
it
seemed like,
whenever?
right?
Okay, like whenever she walked up to Fighter D,
Mhm.
she's like, "Oh, it's been a while, right?"
Mhm.
So, but she was very clearly wearing like the Pink Keeper's suit. Like I
Yes.
noticed that off the bat.
Mhm.
So I don't. Is she pretending to be healthy or is she pretending to be
Oh,
disabled?
I see what you're saying.
Because she was in a wheelchair whenever they were
Yes.
talking,
Mhm.
but in the first parts of the episode, like the first couple minutes, she was talking to the blonde girl.
Yeah.
She was walking fine,
Mhm.
and then at the end, she was walking fine. She fought those guys.
Yeah, but we even see her sprint and do a lot of athletic
Yeah.
feats in that scene. So I think she's pretending. I thought kind of got the vibe that she was pretending to maybe kind of scare him away from wanting to be a ranger, is
Mhm.
what it seemed like to me at least. So that's my interpretation of it.
That's
Um,
fair.
but yeah, regardless, she's obviously putting up a facade for one side or the other, and it just kind of shows you again how multi-layered the Dragon Keepers are, and that they are not who they say they are. So it's interesting. We didn't get much about our main yellow girl. Very excited to see what she's up to and the plans that she has
Mhm.
cooking. But it was also very interesting to see the dynamic of the old ranger or not the old ranger, the old fighter to the newer one, to Fighter D, and their philosophies and their outlooks on things. So it was a good time all around. It was very contained, honestly. The whole episode kind of takes place in that one room, to be honest, um,
Yeah,
for most of it.
it felt
So
very fast.
It
too.
did. It did. It felt like a very fast episode. So, which is a good thing. Which is a good thing. So,
Very.
yeah. Again, I'm just very curious to see the direction of where things are going. It seems like things are still setting up and getting us acclimated to the settings and the characters. So it's gonna be a good time. Wish we didn't
It,
miss a week, but
I know.
hmm
It does seem like it's gonna focus a lot on his relationship with all those different independent rangers
yeah.
because I think most, if not all of them, are in the intro.
Oh, really?
And there was an emphasis on the guy with white hair who like kind of
Mhm.
swatted him away in the intro. So we'll see.
Yeah.
I
So
also
that's.
like
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I also like how they kind of did this info dump episode because originally he was just gonna like log into his laptop and then read everything. Um, but now we get to like kind of try and piece everything together
Mm-hmm.
those with what's going on, especially with that random girl in her closet. Like that's a that's so random. I don't think that's just so random.
Yeah, I don't think
Um,
anyone expected that.
yeah, so it's kind of up to him to try and gauge these relationships by ear. Um, so yeah, I think it'll be fun.
So that's what I'm wondering too about where the actual story is going to flow and be part of, since it
Hmm.
seemed like the first few episodes were all over the place and just kind of going from location to location. But now, like you said, it kind of seems like he's stuck in this facility for a while, is what it seems like. So I'm curious to see how long it's going to be until he actually sees the dude he's shapeshifting as.
Hmm.
Which I don't think he probably will see him for a while, is what the show has made it seem like. Um,
I mean, that guy's stuck in a forest. I was thinking whenever like we saw him last, like he was flinching at the pain of his arm, and I'm like, oh, what if he
mhm.
just gets an infection and dies? 'Cause he just cut his arm off.
Yeah,
So we may just like never see this guy again.
yeah. So we don't know, and now it seems like he's kind of separated from the Yellow Ranger. Does she even know if he's alive? I forgot.
The
Um,
Yellow Ranger?
Yeah, or the Yellow Ranger who's also trying to kill the Dragon Keepers.
Oh,
The main girl. I
yeah,
forget
yeah. I don't think they've talked since
that whole scuffle.
because the episode starts off uh, him getting in the helicopter and leaving. So they think that's the real one. I don't think him and the yellow girl have met up yet.
Yeah, so it's gonna be interesting to see how things play out. For the two little stories that we have going on here is what it seems like they're going to be talking about. So yeah, I'm very curious to see where it goes from here. This was episode 5, I think, or 4. So um,
Hmm.
yeah, so we still got quite a few episodes left in the season, but it's been good so far. So here's hoping that it
Very good.
continues. So go Loser Ranger, definitely the surprise I think of the season. Um,
I'm
but yeah,
glad.
yes, definitely. So
Very glad.
yeah, Ben, we need a summer rom com, Ben, one that comes out of nowhere for us. Like
There's
we
always
had Call
there's
of the
always a
Night.
bunch of romance ones
Mm-hmm.
releasing. They're just the weird ones though. Like I was looking for news
Mm-hmm.
before the podcast, and there's one about this elderly couple who I'm assuming they
Yes.
get
They got de-aged or something like that.
yes.
I've heard of that. Yeah.
I don't know.
So,
Like who comes up with these ideas?
yeah, I don't know, bro.
I mean, they get greenlit, so
Mhm.
they
Ben,
must be
if
good.
this podcast ever became like massive or something like that, I think it would be cool if we made our own manga.
Oh no.
If we wrote our own
That's
story.
no. No, that's like this happens a lot. It's like I'm trying to think of an example, but that is as soon as they release it, that is the point where things just fall off.
You think so?
I know so.
It would be great. What if we made a one shot? A one shot at least.
That'd be a little bit better. What would it be? Just like a it's a combination of everything.
Yes, it would be. It'd be an isekai romance,
We'd continue Attack on Titan, but in a romance setting
yes,
with also shonen powers.
that'd be sick. Hell yeah. And then we have to have a tournament arc. And then, yeah. So, but yeah. Anyways, regardless, speaking of shonens,
Uh-oh.
we got our final show to talk about, and boy oh boy do we have a lot to talk about with it. Ladies and gentlemen, we are talking of course about My Hero Academia season 7. Season 7, Ben.
Kind
Episode
of
2.
crazy.
I know, I feel like a lot of animes don't get this many seasons. So
No,
it's a feat. It's a feat for sure.
it is one of the new gens.
It is one of the biggest new gens, yes. So yeah, My Hero Academia season 7 episode 2 just dropped. We see the conclusion of the Stars and Stripes fight versus what's his name?
Shigaraki.
Shigaraki, who doesn't even seem like Shigaraki anymore. It's very interesting. I have not been paying attention much to My Hero, so I kind of remember when he was talking with All for One or One for All, and kind of shifted his mind as they're now sharing it as Ben informed me is what it
Hmm.
seems like. So it's been a little confusing for me, but we're hanging in there. And so yeah, we see the conclusion of their fights. We get Stars and Stripes, who's been hyped up as this character who is going to be very, very important in My Hero, is the way I perceived it. And then something happens to her in this episode.
I feel like you have a lot to say about this episode.
No, I'm just having fun.
Uh,
Yeah, so she dies. We're just gonna rip the band-aid off. She dies.
what
Shigaraki,
screen time do you think she had?
dude.
Like 30
I
minutes?
Yeah.
Probably not even that, like 15.
I think the what's his name, Gentle Criminal, had more screen time than her, probably. So, so yeah, let that sink in.
I'm not gonna open my mouth.
Right? I mean, he definitely did.
He
So he
did.
did. Yeah, Gentle Criminal had more screen time than Stars and Stripes. So yes, Stars and Stripes, who at least for me, going into season 7 of My Hero, I thought Stars and Stripes was going to be a very important character. I knew All Might almost for Japan, and it turns out I was completely wrong, and she dies instantly, and so does her quirk. Her quirk, who I feel like people have been talking, and my buddy has been talking, saying that her quirk is like insane, and she she wasn't insane. She ends up dying. Um, yeah, Ben, I'm curious
Well,
to hear what your opinion is about this whole episode.
I just think it's weird.
Yeah,
Because,
it's a very weird way to start a season, too.
yeah,
I think it's kind
it's,
of. Go ahead, go ahead.
I don't know, it rubbed me the wrong way that she did all that just for them to get, like, a week of time to look for this guy.
That's
Um,
right. That's what it seems.
which probably won't go well. Um, I think it's just funny. I don't
Right.
know. I don't want to say it's lazy writing.
Well, I don't even because why can't they just say that he has a week to recover or something like that? Anyways, in the first place, and save us like 10 chapters. But instead, at least for me going into this, it seemed like the Stars and Stripe character was going to be a very big deal in the My Hero universe. And
Hmm.
we get a huge backstory dump about her in the first part, saying how she is supposed to be the successor of All Might in the United States, and then for her to just come in. But the thing is, too, since we have just met her in this first episode, the episode prior, her
Yeah.
dying didn't really do much for me at all. I
No.
I don't even remember her real name, and they said it like 3 or 4 times in the episode. Something it started with a C and ended with a B.
Cassie something.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure you do know that she's from one of the movies, right?
Oh, is she? Which movie is she
Yeah.
from? The
The
Musketeer one.
I think it's the one with
I've seen 2 of the movies.
I think it has the first one where
The very first one.
I think so. Where
Okay.
Deku had that red armband thing, and then him and All Might fight at the end against the guy.
That is the first one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's a flashback in that movie of All Might in America, and he saves her from,
The car.
yeah,
Or
the monster that was attacking.
huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
So, wow. So she's been a thing for a while. But regardless, yeah, it just kind of felt like a dud. It really felt like this. They were trying to
Yeah,
set up
it's
this big thing that, and it was just like, for what? I don't know.
I just I still can't wrap my head around it, like with what happens. Like
Hmm.
why she let, like she didn't really have a choice. She was just falling in midair, but she just kind of let Shigaraki touch her, and she tried to be like, "Oh, my body won't decay," but it still did.
Hmm.
Um, I don't really, I still don't fully understand her thought process. I guess she did the whole quirk thing and how it wouldn't work with other quirks,
Hmm.
and whenever you try to transfer, it would just be destroyed. Um, but other than that, I don't know what that whole thing was about.
It just felt like it was a snake eating its own tail, right? Is what the
I
whole
feel like
thing seemed like.
instead of introducing this whole new character with the most overpowered quirk and basically wasting the first two episodes, they could have just been like, "Oh, um, yeah, our intel says that Shigaraki's new body is going to be completed in a
In a week,
week."
exactly. Instead of introducing this whole new character just to die in a scene, and again, it's one thing if they're like, oh, well, the point of this character coming into the show is that she's the strongest from the U.S. and it's like she is the best of the best and the successor of All Might, and then she just dies to Shigaraki, showing how strong Shigaraki is. But it's like I didn't feel that. I didn't feel like she was insane, you know. I
Yeah, it didn't seem like much of a fight, I guess.
yeah.
It went on for like, and like in their time, it was probably like a 5 minute thing.
Hmm. Yeah, exactly. So it's like I don't know. I just didn't really it didn't hit with me, especially with how the way they portrayed her and the her flight people, her air pilots who are with her. It kind of seemed
Hmm.
like they were just going to be a lot more important than they were, and we're probably never going to see those dudes again, anyways. So it's like I don't get it. Yeah, I don't know. Um, it does seem like a waste of a whole two episodes, and then just for us to the end to rehash it, like, oh, these young children have grown so much, and it's just like I don't
What
know.
the hell is Mineta gonna do against Shigaraki?
It's
What
like
is he gonna
yeah,
do?
we talked about this
What is,
last episode. Why at
yeah,
this point I think it needs to detach itself from the whole high
just kill
school.
everyone else. Kill
Just
everyone
I
else except
okay, you
Midoriya,
don't gotta kill everyone.
Bakugo, Todoroki, and Uraraka.
Hmm.
Kill everyone else. Maybe Tokoyami, and
Yeah.
then the guy that hardens.
Yes.
What else
Yeah.
is gonna die?
Yeah, make some like make it personal, dude. Make it want like there it has to be something. And I hate the fact that it's like there's a war going on. It's like you high school kids are our last hope. It's like what? Why not just say that to Deku, Bakugo, Todoroki, and then yeah, maybe Uraka. Just be like you
I mean,
four.
Deku kind of knew that already. Like he was doing his own thing for a while.
Yeah, exactly.
And then they're like, "Oh, come back."
Yeah.
He was like, "Okay."
It's I that's my problem with My Hero, and I think at the end of the day that's why I always I like to poke fun at it for being like a kid show, um is because it does stuff like that, man. And I think it has potential to be something that goes down and remembered as something like a Attack on Titan. It has that potential. So you gave me a look, Ben. Is that a hot take? It might be, but
It's definitely like cemented itself as one of like the new gens. Like it is
yes, I agree. But
Attack on Titan. I don't know. We'll see how it ends. I will say the manga does everything better,
yeah,
every aspect.
no, I can imagine, but I'm just like I need to see some grit. There is a war going on. There's a damn war going on. And then here
Yeah.
we have these kids in their dorm room pretending like, "Oh, and they're all happy cracking jokes, and it's like fun, and oh, we got class tomorrow. It seems like it's like, bro, it seems like your country's a freaking mess. No one else in the world wants to go send their heroes to help y'all. The country's being overthrown by villains. It's like, and this is how y'all are acting. It's I can't with the show, bro. Like,
Um, another funny thing. I feel like we're just having My Hero, the roast of My Hero Academia. But another funny thing that someone pointed out last episode is that Deku was doing laundry. And the only piece of clothing he had to wash was that cape.
oh,
I thought that was funny.
that's interesting. And then yeah, in this
Is
episode,
one
he's
thing.
the only one not wearing his costume. He's wearing the UA jumper, and just like it just looks so kiddish. It just looks so like unserious, is what it seems like. I just saying it doesn't fit the tone of the show at all. It doesn't. I don't like. I can't sit here and be
Too
like,
many colors.
yeah, it's like you either pick one. It's like be a show that is happy and exciting and fun, or deal with these dark, gritty things. Like a character just died, and all the characters are like, yeah, like haha, like oh, I'm gonna be the
We're the
next. Yeah,
strongest.
exactly. It's like what? I mean, I know they didn't know the
It's
character, but it's like you can't just go from one tone of like this a sad, depressing character dying, and then the next scene being all happy and cheery. That's just not how it works. And it
I
seems like that's what they're trying to do.
it's I don't know. This is the one series where I have seen the manga do everything better. Like it gives you that tone of like seriousness. Oh,
Because are there those like quippy jokes like that in the manga? I'm assuming there has to be, right?
I mean, yeah, but not as like in like
Tense.
the anime. I feel like they feed off of those jokes a lot,
Hmm.
um, which is kind of annoying.
Yeah.
What's that one account on Twitter that does the manga panels
No
from anime?
context. No.
I'm sure they posted some.
Yeah. I
Uh,
mean, if you find some, let me know. Um, because I've already kind of given up on caring about my hero, so I've seen a couple spoilers. So I'm waiting to see. Hopefully, those spoilers make me a little more interested because it seems like they do get dark in tone a bit. So
yeah.
that's kind of the only thing that I'm holding out for my hero. So it's gonna be interesting. But
Hmm.
yeah, that's episode 2. Excited to see where the rest of the show goes since it seems like these past 2 episodes were kind of pointless. So you could have, yeah, they could have literally summarized it in being Guy Shigaraki. It turns out that he's going to take a week. Um,
That's
Instead
just
of
like
he's gonna take 2 days, and then oh no, because she died, he turned to a week. It's like what?
I
It
could
really
not
feels
tell
like
you.
filler. It felt like filler. Oh, Ben's shaw just dropped.
Why did they post that? They posted the Makima Bang thing
Oh really?
on the out of context page. I guess it is out of context, but
Yeah.
I thought it was only from shows that are like
No, no. Sometimes whenever there's not much going on, they just post other stuff.
that scared me.
Like when a new manga panel of Chainsaw Man comes out, they usually do posters too.
Hmm.
So yeah, interesting. But that's my hero. Excited to see how the rest of the season goes with All Might trying to teach these youngsters how to. It seems like next episode we might get like a little bit of training or something like that before
Yeah.
they go into the fight. Um, so yeah, I don't know. It seems like there's a lot of cool villains out there still. We still have Toga and Davi.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see their fights later on. So it should be interesting. But yeah, I mean, regardless, Ben, I think that's all I got to say. You got anything else?
It's for me.
All right. Well, I'll go ahead and take us out. Ladies and
Go for
gentlemen,
it.
thank you all so much for watching this episode of the Otaku Brothers podcast. I am so tired. It is the latest I think we've ever recorded an episode. So
Yeah.
yeah, we do it for y'all. So thank you guys so much. We love you guys so much. And I hope you all have enjoyed this episode 86. We're almost to episode 90. It's gonna be close.
4 more weeks. Will we even have an episode for 2 weeks?
I think we're gonna. I think I'm gonna see if we can. You and I can record something in advance. We'll just upload them then.
Okay.
So, we'll see. But it's a little sneak peek of what's to come for our trip. So, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoy. Hit that like and subscribe button for more. And as always, I've been your co-host Joseph, joined with my lovely, wonderful co-host Ben. And we'll see you guys in the next episode in a different setup. So,
Whoa.
I know.
Go watch the interview.
Go watch the interview.
Bye bye.
Arrivederci.